consistency day 69. If everything you're doing is wrong, then the opposite must be right. Think about this. Imagine approaching a brick wall and you start to headbutt it, and you headbutt it every hour of every day for multiple days, weeks, and months, and nothing ever changes, nothing ever budges. Maybe it's time to pause, take a step back, look around, and try other approaches, or maybe even go a different direction. Too many times in life, we get in a situation where we feel like we're not making any leeway and we're not really budging on that said scenario, person, opportunity. And there is a world in which you need to keep persisting and trying to improve and overcome. But there's also a time where maybe if you're thinking, man, nothing I do is going right, to do the opposite. Maybe you're avoiding the things that you need to do. And there's a famous philosopher, I can't remember who, but they say, you'll eventually meet your destiny, and you'll probably meet it on the road that you were trying to avoid, because we have to meet ourselves, in a world in which sometimes we don't want to. We try to avoid certain scenarios, whether it be fear or just like procrastination or laziness, or we don't want to deal with a certain person or, career or go to school, like these certain paths. But eventually we have to, go that path to face our true destiny. But also, if you're just thinking everything, like nothing at all is going right, then the opposite must be true, right? If left is the wrong way, then right must be the right way. And sometimes you do have to backtrack. Sometimes you put your ladder on the wrong building and you got all the way to the top just to realize, man, I climbed the wrong building. And maybe you wasted years doing that. And the whole time you were supposed to climb a different building, but maybe your fear or your self-doubt creeped in and kept you from taking the correct path in the first place. But, you chalk up that loss and you take it as a lesson, and you go and you climb the next building. You go and take the next path. But you have to learn how to discern about when is the time to just be patient and keep chipping away. Maybe it's just a tree and you just need 1,000 axe swings before it falls down, and you get to 900 and you think it's not working and you quit. But you are meant to chop the tree. You just got 100 more swings. But you have to look at the tree and see, okay, I have made a dent, I have made progress. It's not the progress as fast as I wanted or in the time frame that I wanted, but I do see the result is happening. Whereas on the other side, if you can tell that it's been years, decades, this type of stuff, and you don't really see any progress, you don't really see any movement or action, then maybe that is the wrong path and you do need to readdress and look the other way. So it is a balancing act, and you have to learn how to have discernment. Pray for discernment, manifest discernment, whatever your belief is, or get a coach, life coach, a mentor, a life accountability partner, a parent, somebody that has wisdom and that you trust. And ask them, like, hey, do you think this is the right approach? Like, hey, it's been taking me this long. Is this just my season of learning and doing and taking the action? Or is this the season of, hey, you kind of picked the wrong path. Maybe you should try another way. And it's very difficult to choose. But whichever one is uncomfortable, usually is still the way. There will be fear and doubt that creeps in. But if you really, truly think it's your purpose and you pray for it, it will be revealed to you. And if you feel like something's just not right by your gut instinct, so your gut instinct, not like a fear, creeping in, then you might be on the wrong path, because truly your gut, your intuition, and if you pray to God, like, you'll understand if it's the right path or not eventually. So just think of that. If you think everything's going wrong at your job or everything's going wrong in that relationship and it just won't be right, maybe that's the wrong thing. Maybe it's time to go in the opposite direction. So I hope you think about that. I hope you discern and pray and meditate over, what paths in life you're supposed to take, which people are meant to be in your life and your relationships and all that. And I wish you peace and blessings on the journey.